Hello, Lisa. Hello, honey. Okie dokie. Someone out there still. Yeah. All right, friends. Welcome to yoga. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Announcements. I have my frequency class, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So my breathwork and sound offering that I do once per month. It is almost full already. There's only like 7 spots left. So if you want to come, I would recommend signing up in advance. Let's see. And then I think most of you have heard me talk about this, but I'm doing this new, hi, Jana, come in. I'm teaching this new modality, not a new modality, but a new modality to me. It's called TRE. And I taught it last night here, 6:30 p.m. on Mondays. I was so stoked because last week there's only 2 people and this week there was like 16, 17 people. So, um, so thank you for trying it. And please come, if you haven't already, come try it. So it's Monday night, 6:30. I'm teaching it, and Sune. Sune is the owner of this space, the local co-op. So me and her are just switching off, kind of. It's not exactly every other week, but kind of sort of something like that. So every Monday at 6:30, that class is happening here in this space. And if you have any questions about what it is, TRE, tension and trauma releasing exercises, please feel free to ask. Although it's really hard to explain until you've done it. So if at all possible, hi Liz, come on in. I think there's one in the back for you right there. I just saw him scoot over, make a spot. Yeah, so if you're interested in just giving it a shot, then you'll understand what it is, and then you can like come anytime you want and know what you're in for. It's the same every time. So yeah, other than that, let's just do yoga. Any questions, comments, concerns, requests? Okay, let's just practice then. So go ahead and find a comfortable seated position if you're not already there. And I always like to move my body a little bit before I settle in. So if you want to, you could just kind of roll your shoulders around, roll your head around. Maybe you even want to stretch your arms up. You could stretch your side bodies, take a little twist. So anything at all that your body is calling for, just kind of allow yourself to feel your physical body, to drop into your physicality a little bit more. And when you feel ready, settle into stillness. So your seated meditation. And as you settle in, be intentional with where and how you place your hands. So it doesn't have to be fancy. Just make sure whatever you're doing it on purpose. If you're resting your hands on your lap, it's intentional. If you're bringing your hands to your heart, it's intentional. And either close your eyes, or if you really like to keep your eyes open, soften and lower your gaze. So see if you can gaze down at the tip of your nose. And just take these first few moments to really fully arrive right here. So whatever you've got going on in your life today, for now, just forget about it. And feel your body in this room, on your mat. Feel your breath. Feel sensation, pulsation. Just notice everything that is right here, right now, in this moment. Next time you inhale, very intentionally, fill up as big as you can. And then when you're full, hold at the top and see if you can even sip in a little bit extra. Great big open mouth sigh, let it out. Ah. Good, do that twice more. So inhale, fill up. as big as you can get, holding that fullness. And then maybe even an extra little sip, a teaspoon more. Open your mouth and sigh, let it go. Ah, nice job. One more. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. And almost like you're waking up your inner space with this breath, filling up every space inside of you. Hold in fullness, maybe 2 extra sips this time if it's available. And then big, huge sigh, let it out your mouth. Ah, nice job, friends. So seal your lips now. Begin to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi breath is in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. Makes a little whisper noise as you breathe in and out. You're constricting the muscles in the back of your throat that you constrict when you whisper, or when you hum, or when you gasp. So it's almost like you're humming on the inside. You're humming without using your actual voice. So just be right here, connecting to your breath, finding your own internal rhythm for as long as you'd like. You can also come back to this place, the seated meditation, at any time throughout practice. If you just want a moment to kind of recalibrate, to be with yourself. If you are ready to start moving, take your breath with you and transition forward to your hands and your knees. So tabletop position. If you come to my class often, you know the drill. It's just intuitive movement. So absolutely any way your body wants to move, just let it move. It's an exploration of how your body feels this morning. So going inside as you feel around, close your eyes if possible. So it does not matter how you look. It does not matter what anyone else around you looks like. See if you can focus on what you feel and what you are experiencing with your felt senses. And then you're responding to it, getting curious about it. Be here, just moving around in your own way for about 4 or 5 more breaths. And then as you are ready, my friends, eventually downward facing dog is our destination. So you can start your own transition back to down dog whenever you feel ready. Once you're back in your dog pose, give yourself about 5 rounds there. So you can pedal out your heels, you can shift your weight from side to side, maybe give your head a little shake or a little nod. So in your down dog, try not to worry about getting your legs completely straight or your heels flat on the ground. So focus more on the length from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. So you're really spreading your fingers and pushing into the ground with your fingertips. I love watching Cam do down dog because he's all the way up on his fingertips every time. So if you are using your core enough, you should be able to lift to your fingertips without too much of a problem. So you want to feel like there's a rope attached to your belly button that's lifting you up and tugging you towards the top corner of the back wall. So your core is where you want to feel the most engagement in your down dog, the power of this pose. You guys look awesome. Nice work. Take one more inhale into your down dog. As you exhale, look to the top of your space. Nice jhana, however you want to get there. Forward fold. Once you have arrived, take just a moment to hang out in your fold, maybe a little ragdoll, maybe a little sway or a little bob or bounce. For this first one, make sure your feet are at least hips width distance apart. It just gives your pelvis and your hips enough space. Just let your body, as best as you can, kind of melt into the pose. Let your neck relax, let your facial muscles soften. Take one last round in your fold. And then as you inhale, halfway lift position. So get all the rounding out of your back, lengthen your spine. Nice, Eileen. As you exhale, bow, refold. Do that once more, halfway lift. So crown reaches forward, tops of thighs press back, sit bones broaden. Yes, nice, Ryan, let it go. Fold in. And this time, all the way up. So come through that halfway lift and keep rising, arms overhead as you inhale. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. Beautiful. Move with your breath for a moment. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Hinge at your hips, lead with your heart. Dive down slowly. So your butt is sticking out behind you, your heart is reaching forward, then you fold. Good job. Halfway lift position. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release. Nice, Stuart, let it go. Press into your feet, lead with your heart. Rise, inhale, arms to the sky. Hands to heart center, exhale. We'll take that one more time. Maybe try closing your eyes. Inhale, high mountain pose. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, dive down slowly. Try not to lock out your knees and try to keep your weight more forward. So less in your heels, more in your toes. Then fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Nice, Marriott. And exhale, let it go, bow. Empty out, connect to your center, then take it back to standing. Inhale, arms overhead, big full body stretch. Nice, Abby. Hands to your heart, exhale. All right, let's add on just a bit. Inhale, arms reach up. Let's take a side body stretch. So you choose, you could grab your left wrist, you could interlace your fingers, you could bring your right hand to your right hip for more support, but we're gonna sway our hips to the left. And then upper body goes right. Whichever variation you've chosen, you just want to feel that length in your left side. Yeah. See if you can put a little more weight into your left foot. Press into the inner edge of your left foot. And maybe you even try reaching your right tiptoes really lightly out to the right, off the right side of your mat even. Yes. One more deep breath. Puff up into your left rib cage. Breathe in and come back to center. And then switch sides as you exhale. So your variation, other side. Think up and then over. It's like you're trying to create a crescent moon shape with your body. Yes, stay rooted through the inner edge of right foot. Nice, Kate. And maybe you reach your left tiptoes very lightly out to the left. Yeah. Breathe into your right waistline. Breathe into the space between your right ribs. See if you can puff up your right ribs. One last round. Nice, Liz. As you inhale, back to center. As you exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers here. Roll your shoulders back and down, and everybody for a moment, bend your elbows a lot, suction cup your palms together. See if you can start to make circles with your big knuckle sandwich. So circle it around, circle, circle, like you're throwing it into the washing machine. Circle, 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 circle. You should feel some heat building in your shoulders. That's a good thing. Keep pressing your palms, reverse your circles, other side, other direction. Circle it out, keep circling for 3. Circle, circle, 2, 1. Now stretch, reach your knuckles back. Try not to lock out your elbows if possible. Option to puff up your heart, tilt your chin slightly up. Press your hips forward, but hug in with your inner thighs like you're holding an invisible yoga block there. Take one more big inhale. Try not to let your head collapse back. There should be engagement through the sides of your neck. Exhale, slow dive. Keep your clasp. So hinge at your hips all the way down into your fold. Let your neck relax. Let your head be heavy. See if you can lift your knuckles a little bit higher. See if you can lift your butt a little bit higher. Breathe, big and spacious. Soften through your face. One more great, big, huge inhale. And then with your exhalation, bring your hands to your low back and gently release your clasp. Let your arms hang down. You can give them a little shaky shake if you'd like. Yeah, halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. Pause here for a moment. Spread your fingers super wide and push actively into the ground. As you push actively into the ground, Take little baby rocks forward and back like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. Nice, CC. Keep your belly strong, navel to spine. Keep your breath big and spacious. Next time you inhale, that little baby rock forward onto your tippy toes or come to your knees to modify. Exhale, lower halfway down. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, push back up, straighten out your arms. Yes, one more like that. Little rock forward, lower halfway down. Your hips should be level with your shoulders. Don't let them sink. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Yes, this time all the way down. Strong straight line as you exhale. 3, strong straight line. 2, 1. Nice work. All right, Spider-Man Cobra. So hands on the hardwood floor, up on your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. Little tone in your belly. Press down through your pelvis. Exhale, take a twist to your right side. Dip your left shoulder down. Inhale back through center. Lift your heart, press down through pelvis and shoelaces. Exhale, other side, twist. Try to keep your shoelaces pressing down. Don't lift your legs. Inhale back to center. One more time each way. Good. And the wider your hands are, the easier it will be to get something out of this for your shoulders. Eventually, an inhale will bring you back to center. It's kind of like a micro shoulder pigeon. When you are ready, friends, downward facing dog. You can find your way back however you'd like. About 5 breaths in your down dog. So for this second dog pose, if you would like, you could try turning it into a turbo dog. So the only thing that you would change is your arms. You bend your elbows a lot, and then you squeeze them in, nice Liz, towards each other. So it's almost like you're in a dolphin pose, but your forearms are just hovering above the ground an inch or two. Nice, Eileen. Good, Catherine. Relax your neck, let your head hang, and use that strong connection to your center to lift you up. Make sure your breath is still there. Big, spacious, slow, steady. Take one more great big inhale into your down dog. Awesome, Kathy. As you exhale, look to the top of your mat, and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, lift halfway and lengthen. Breathe in. Exhale, fold and bow. Take it all the way up. Rise. Arms overhead as you inhale. Hands to heart as you exhale. All right, let's build our flow. Inhale, high mountain. And as you exhale, we'll sit back into a chair plane pose. So bend your knees, swing your arms back behind you. Rather than feeling like you're rounding your spine and looking at the ground, imagine you're doing a cobra with your heart. So heart stays lifted, shoulder blades hug towards your spine. Yes, and then as you are sticking your butt out behind you, you should feel your core engaging, navel to spine. Feel that connection. You're welcome to stay right here or see if you can lift up to your tiptoes, so a little balance challenge. And then the higher you can get your heels, the lower you can get your butt. You have more range of motion, so see if you can sit a little lower. Yes, awesome, Tori. Take one last full round of breath wherever you are at. If you are on your tiptoes, see if you can stay there. Inhale, high mountain, so all the way up as tall as you can possibly grow. See if you can stay on your tiptoes and take your dive down into your fold. So weight is in your toes, your butt is reaching back, and then you fold. It's an exaggeration of what you want to feel every time. Heels on the ground, halfway lift. Breathe in. Good, nice, Catherine. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa however you want to. So you can add a couple of push-ups if you're feeling it. You can take it on your knees. You can skip it completely. Eventually, see you in downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath, so fire it up. All right, from your dog pose, next time you inhale, extend your right leg to the sky. And if you want to explore a little bit, feel free. So if you want to open your hip or kind of move around, explore, go for it. Keep your hands rooted strong and powerful on the ground. Keep your breath flowing slow and steady. So your breath is there to support you from the inside. It shouldn't feel like it's fighting against you. If it does, that's okay. But keep staying curious about it. Keep playing with your breath. There is something there, and it is meant to support you if you can figure out how to use it. Take one more inhale, friends. Make your right leg long, strong, and powerful. As you exhale, right knee towards your nose. So round your spine, hollow out your belly. You should be able to lift your hips even higher, rise up to your back tiptoes as you breathe in. Stay here. And then with all that space in front of you, step your right foot through as soft as possible. Nice, Cam. Take your time to rise up to your crescent lunge. So all 10 toes face forward, high on the ball of your back foot. There's definitely an element of balance here. Yeah, if you want to modify, back knee can absolutely stay on the ground. But if your back knee is lifted, your back leg should feel just as strong and powerful as your front. So it shouldn't feel like all your weight is in your front foot. Nice and centered. Energetically, pull your front hip back and your back hip forward. So you feel in your legs a strong foundation. Your upper body then can grow into your expression. So as you're reaching up or maybe gazing up, be intentional, feel into it. Feel your breath flowing through every space inside of you. So even if you've been in crescent lunge a million times, what does it feel like right now in this moment in your body with your breath? Beautiful. One more great big inhale, reach high. As you exhale, airplane lunge, hinge forward, reach back. So just like we did in our chair, rather than rounding and looking at the ground, see if you can keep a little lift in your heart. Shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine, and then pull your right butt cheek back and see if you can feel your core get a little stronger. So your inner thighs are squeezing. If you want, you can stay here. Otherwise, lean forward, float your back leg up. See if you can create, nice Deepika, a little smiley face shape from the top of your head back to your heel. That's your intention. Use the strength in your back body to lift your heart. Use the strength in your inner thighs to lift your heel behind you. Last big breath. So good. See if you can land it in your crescent lunge, maybe softly. Very nice. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Stay in your lunge, add a twist. So left hand down, right arm up. You're welcome to use a block under your left hand if you want. You could also play around with hovering your left hand above the ground and see if you can feel the power of the pose in your legs and your core a little bit more. Yes, awesome job. Nice, Liz. Wherever you are at, your personal fullest expression of this pose, last couple breaths. Twist from your center, squeeze your inner thighs, ring out, very end of your exhalation, slowly unwind. Walk your hands to the long edge, the left long edge of your mat. Point all your toes towards the window, so feet are now parallel. Inhale to a halfway lift position. And exhale, fold. We'll hang out here for a moment. So if you would like to explore in your own way, feel free. So maybe you want to twist, Skandasana, headstand, handstand hops, anything goes. Or you can just hang out and breathe. Totally up to you. Wherever you've chosen to go, your breath is right there with you. Anytime you'd like, open mouth sigh can feel really good. Just gives all that energy or sensation inside of your body somewhere to go. Last couple rounds. So start to wrap up if you're working somewhere. And then come back to a halfway lift position with your fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as much as you need to. Spider crawl your hands to the top of your space until you're in a low lunge position. From your low lunge position, standing splits. Right foot is your base. Lift your left leg high. So think of this rather than standing splits. Just think of it like a one-legged forward fold. That's all it really is. You let your neck relax, let your head hang, same way you would in a forward fold. Hug in with your right inner thigh. So try not to sink into your outer right hip. Hug in with your right inner thigh and lift from your center. If there's any way you want to play here for a moment, feel free. You've got about 2 or 3 more breaths. So if you want to take little handstand hops, if you want to lift to your right tiptoes, if you want to take a couple Shiva squats, go for it. Wherever you choose to go, your breath is there, holding you, supporting you from the inside. Last big inhale, everyone. Awesome work, friends. Nice, Jill. As you're ready, forward fold. Just set your left foot down at the top of your space. You can give your right leg a little shake out if it would feel good. Maybe kind of pedal out your heels. All right, inhale, halfway lift position. Realign. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet and let's rise all the way up. Arms extend overhead. Pause right here. We're gonna go back to a side body stretch. Everybody for this one, grab your left wrist with your right hand. Turn your left palm towards the right side of the room. There should be a little bend in your elbows. Sway your hips towards the windows. Upper body goes towards the opposite wall. So keep your left shoulder back and down, plugged into the socket. Your left arm should not be in front of your face. Your bicep should be next to your ear. As you tug on your left wrist with your right hand, resist with your left arm. So if you were to let go right now, your left arm would just slingshot out. There's muscle energy happening. One more round. See if there's any more space you can create. Good job. Inhale back to center. Switch your grip. Exhale, other side. Think up and then over. Good. More weight in your right foot. If you want, left toes can reach out to the left. Keep your right shoulder plugged in. It's back and down. As you tug with your left hand, resist with your right arm. Puff up your right rib cage. The space between your ribs, those intercostal muscles, wake them up, stretch them out just by breathing bigger. Last round. Nice work. As you inhale, back to center, both feet on your mat, release your grip. Baby back bend as you exhale. Cactus your arms, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, puff up your heart. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then take your dive down nice and easy. Stick your butt out, reach your heart forward, and fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you'd like, or of course, you always have the option to skip it if you'd rather. See you back in downward facing dog, no rush. Beautiful movement, beautiful awareness, friends. Thanks, Ryan. All right. From your dog pose, next inhalation, take your left leg to the sky. So feel free to explore if you want, open your hip, move around a bit. You might notice when you lifted your left leg, did you sink into your outer right hip? Try not to do that. So your right inner thigh should still be hugging in towards midline. Your strong hands are still pushing into the ground, and your belly button, that connection to center, is still lifting you up. Take one more big inhale. Excuse me. Lengthen your left leg. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Round your back, hollow out your belly. You should be on your back, tippy toes. So lift higher if you can. Breathe in. And then all that space in front of you, step forward softly. Very nice. Take your time to rise up to your crescent lunge. So all of your toes face forward, hips are square. So you have a nice long stance with your legs, but you're not sinking into it. So what I mean, you're not trying to sink into your legs as deep as possible. You're finding your longest stance, then you're actually doing the opposite. You're hugging in, you're stabilizing. So front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. You feel like you could hold this for a long time because your legs are stable, your foundation is strong. Take one more big inhale and reach higher through your upper body, your fullest expression. As you exhale, airplane lunge, hinge forward, reach back. Keep that lift in your heart. So I know it's tempting to just look at the ground. See if you can look forward, not by lifting your head, but by lifting your heart. So feel back muscles squeeze around your spine, shoulder blades hug around your spine. If you would like, Float off your back foot, so lean forward even more. Nice, Diane. Back foot just floats up. Imagine, visualize a smiley face shape from the crown of your head to your heel. See if you can start to create it with your body even more. Nice, Marriott. Bend in the standing leg can be super helpful. Awesome, Tori. Active through your back foot. One last round. Be playful and curious rather than judgmental. Come back to your crescent lunge. Maybe land softly. Ah, good job. Inhale into crescent. Exhale, hands to the earth. Low lunge. Stay in your low lunge and add a twist. So right hand down, left arm up. And remember, you can absolutely use a block under your right hand if you want. Just brings the ground closer to you. If you want to, you could also explore hovering your right hand above the ground. So there's no weight in your right hand and you have to use the strength in your legs and in your core to hold the pose. Yeah, nice, Tara. Wherever you are at, friends, last couple deep breaths. Breathe all the way down into low belly, low back. Use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. Bottom of your next exhale. Awesome, Jill. Let it go. Walk your hands to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, so wide-legged straddle position. Halfway lift on an inhale. Pause in this halfway lift. See if you can reach your arms out to both sides like you have big wings. Yeah, palms face the ground. Imagine now that at the same time you're trying to press your arms up towards the sky and press your chest towards the ground. So you just should feel your back muscles get stronger as you do that. Arms straight out like you have great big wings. Stick your butt out even more and see if you can feel the front of your thighs fire, your quads. Take one more inhale, lengthen in every direction. Nice, Kathy. Nice, Kate. Exhale, fold. And if you'd rather, you can play in your own way. You can explore in your own way. Otherwise, just hold and breathe in your wide-legged fold. About 5 breaths. Just noticing whatever there is to notice. And if you notice that you've gone somewhere else in your mind, perfectly normal, it's human. But that's the yoga. Notice and then bring yourself back. Feel your body, feel your breath, feel sensation. Last couple rounds here. Next time you breathe in, come to a spinal extension with your fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as much as you need to keep your fingertips down. Spider crawl your hands to the top of your space. You'll be back in a low lunge. From low lunge, standing split. So left foot roots down, right leg floats up. And I do not care if it looks anything even close to the splits. Just a one-legged forward fold is all we're doing. Let your neck relax. Hug in with your left inner thigh. Lift from your belly button, from your strong center. If you want to play in any way, go for it. So you might take little handstand hops. You might even just try to lift up to your left tip toes. See if you can make that lift come more from your core, less from your leg. Feel around. Shiva squats are welcome. Last couple breaths. Nice job. Good, Stuart. See if you can get your right toes, the leg that's in the air. Make your toes active. Spread them out. One more big in-breath. Forward fold, top of your mat. Set your right foot down. You can give your left leg a little shaky shake if it needs it. Good job. Spinal extension. Inhale, realign. Exhale, bow and fold. Let's take it all the way up. Arms extend overhead as you breathe in. Reach high. Now pause in your high mountain pose. This time, we're going to do something different. So we're going to take a curtsy squat. Take your left toes off the right edge of your mat behind you. And then hands to your heart. Get low in your legs. You want your hips square. So pull your right hip back, left hip forward. And then rather than feeling like you're looking down and sticking your butt out, see if you can tone your belly, reach your tailbone towards the ground, crown towards the sky. Take little baby pulses. So stay low, but just pulse it out. Let the heat build in your legs and imagine your breath. Send it down into that heat. Yes, very nice. Beautiful. Get as low as you can. Nice, Marianne. Hold there one more round. Inhale, back to high mountain. Stretch, elongate, reach. Other side as you exhale. So right toes off the left edge of your mat, hands to heart, curtsy squat. Yes. So get low and try to keep your spine nice and long. Crown of your head, imagine an invisible thread just pulling up on the crown of your head. Take your little pulses, staying as low as you can. Pulse it out. Hip square. So left hip draws back, right hip draws forward, inner thighs squeeze. Nice work, everybody. Now get as low as you can. Stay there one more round. Inhale, high mountain. Both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. Little baby back bend. Curl open. So you're not leaning back, you're curling open. Inhale, re-extend, realign, feel into neutral pelvis, neutral spine. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, stick your butt out, and all the way down you go. Nice work. Inhale to your halfway lift position. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, however you want to get there. Take your vinyasa, see you in downward facing dog. If you would rather, instead of a down dog, now would also be a great time to take a child's pose, even hero's pose, just kneeling meditation. Also a great time to grab a drink if you need one. So we are going to now move through that entire sequence 2 more times. So everything we just did, we'll do it twice more, but we're gonna go a little bit faster. So we'll move 1 breath, 1 movement. It does not mean we just speed through it and fling ourselves from pose to pose. It means we move super slowly with our super slow and deep and intentional breath. So if at any time you feel like I'm cueing too slow, see if you can breathe bigger, breathe slower, breathe deeper. If at any time you just want to do your own thing or take a little break, full permission from me. So please always take care of yourself first. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog pose. Ujjayi breath, fire it up. All right, my friends, great big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, however you'd like to get there, forward fold, top of your space. Inhale, lift halfway, spinal extension. Exhale, let it go. All the way up, rise, arms overhead as you breathe in, big full body stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So maybe you rise to tiptoes, heels lift. See if you can stay on your tiptoes if you're there. High mountain once again, as tall as you can grow. Squeeze through the front of your thighs. See if maybe you can stay on your tiptoes as you dive down. So again, it's an exaggeration of what you want to feel every time. Stick your butt out, bend your knees a little or a lot, and then fold in. Heels on the ground as you breathe in, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Try to keep that exhale going or hold empty as you lower, chaturanga. Lift your heart, peel it open, shoulders back and down. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Great big inhalation. Take your right leg high. Now as you exhale, use your strong core. Step your right foot through softly. Nice, Jill. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Your choice, exhale, airplane lunge, or back foot floats up for full airplane. Find your balance for just a moment. Awesome, Eileen. See if you can land softly once again in crescent. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands come down. Stay in your lunge, add your twist. Breathe in, right arm to the sky. Exhale, let it go. We're going to skip the wide-legged straddle. So listen, inhale, standing split, left leg high. Spread through your toes. Exhale, nice and easy, top of your space, forward fold. Spinal extension, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Rise all the way up. Arms reach up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, side body stretch to your right. Send your hips to the left. Inhale through center, switch your grip. Other side, think up and then over, all the way to emptiness. Inhale, center. Back bend as you exhale, tone your belly, curl open, bottom tips of shoulder blades, squeeze. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then stick your butt out and take your dive all the way down, forward fold. You're doing so good. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana, slowly lower. Inhale, peel your heart open. Try not to lock out your elbows. Elbow tips should point back at the back wall. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky, strong and powerful. Exhale as soft as you can. Left foot steps through, low lunge. Nice, rise up to your crescent lunge. Breathe in. Tone your belly, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, you choose airplane lunge or full airplane, fly. Nice work. Come back, see if you can land softly. Crescent lunge, inhale. Very nice. Exhale, hands to the ground. Stay in your lunge position, add your twist. Inhale, left arm up, open up. Exhale, release, straight into our standing split. Inhale, right leg high. Spread your toes. Exhale, top of your mat, forward fold, nice and easy. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, rise. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, curtsy squat, left toes off the right edge of your mat, hands to heart, get nice and low. Inhale, reach high, high mountain. Switch to the other side, hands to heart, curtsy squat, right toes go left. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, standing back bend. So tone your belly, bottom tips of shoulder blades, squeeze, puff up your heart. Re-extend, realign, breathe in. And then follow your breath down into your fold. You're doing so good. Stay with me. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Vinyasa your way, or of course, you can always skip it. See you back in downward facing dog. So once you are back in down dog, take just a moment. Maybe a couple open mouth sighs would feel real nice. So we've got one more time through, just like that. But this time I'm gonna add a few things. I'm gonna change a couple things up, add some new poses. So just like you've been doing this entire class, stay present, listen to my cues, take what works and leave the rest behind. One more big inhale in your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold. Nice, Pete. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. All the way up, big full body stretch. Inhale, reach. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, let's go. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So up to tiptoes if you'd like. Stay on your tiptoes if you can. One last time. As tall as you can grow, high mountain. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you take that dive down. Stick your butt out, reach your heart forward. Bend in the knees is helpful. Yes. Halfway lift. Inhale, your heels are now on the ground. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Try to keep that exhale going or hold empty as you lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, peel your heart open. Exhale, take your hips up and back, down dog. All right, listen, inhale, right leg high. Stay here and hold, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Inhale, three-legged, stretch it out. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can. Maybe even bend your elbows, add a little push-up. Inhale, back up, three-legged. Nice work. Now, everybody, exhale, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step through as soft as possible. Crescent lunge. Inhale and rise. Beautiful. One more chance to fly here if you want. Exhale, airplane lunge or fly. Inhale, come back to crescent. Soft landing if you can. Reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Add a twist, left hand down, right arm up. Good. Exhale, let it go. Standing splits, left leg lifts. Okay, listen here. You can absolutely hang out in your standing split if you prefer. Otherwise, we're gonna open it into a half moon. So right hand reaches forward a little bit. You might use a block under your right hand. I like to bring my left hand to my left hip to begin, and then peel your left hip open so it's stacking on top of right. Eventually your left arm to the sky. So open through the front of your heart, the front of your hips. Make your back leg strong, your back foot active. Yes. If you can, lift your back leg just a tiny bit higher wherever you are at. One last big inhalation. Now listen, exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. So you're gonna bring your big toes together at the top of your mat and tuck and curl. So use this to kind of neutralize through your spine and your pelvis. You can press your heels down to work ankle flexibility. You can lift your heels up to work balance and strength. You could also try wrapping your arms around your shins. Give yourself a big squeeze. Breathe into your back body. Great time to kind of catch your breath if you need. Good job, everybody. Next inhalation. Heels down, spine long. Halfway lift. Stick your butt out. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet. Rise all the way to stand. Arms extend. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Side body stretch to your right. Exhale. Inhale through center. Switch your grip. Other side. Up and then over. Empty out. Inhale. Realign. Add that little baby back bend. Exhale. Tone your belly as you curl open. Re-extend, realign. And exhale takes you down. Slowly traction out your spine. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Chaturanga. Almost there, stay with it. Lift your heart, peel it open, breathe in. Nice, Eileen, exhale, down dog. Breathe out. Left leg to the sky with your inhale. Make it strong and powerful. You can hang out here if you want. Otherwise, left knee, right elbow as you exhale across your body. Yes, inhale back up, three-legged. Left to left, aim for your armpit. Add that little push-up if you want it. Don't let your butt sink. Inhale back up, three-legged. Now everyone, knee towards your nose, round your spine, scoop out your belly, step through softly. Crescent, inhale, rise. One more chance to fly on this side if you'd like. Airplane lunge or fly. Yes, come back. Nice, Abby, soft landing, inhale. Reach. Exhale, hands to ground. Inhale, standing splits, right leg lifts. Oh, sorry, I lied. Twist, twist. Yeah. Sorry, we'll take one extra breath here. Work your twist. And then bottom of your exhale. Now let it go. Standing splits. Inhale, right leg lifts. And we will pause here. If you would like, option to work into your balancing half moon. So walk your left hand forward. Maybe you've got a block underneath your left hand. Right arm to right hand to right hip, or right arm to the sky. Up to you. Hips are open, heart is open. Everything is long and spacious. Make your back leg long and powerful, strong. Yes, awesome work. One last big inhale. Lift your back leg a little higher, everyone. Nice stepika. Exhale, forward fold, and then right into that little tiny potato bug ball. So big toes together, tuck and curl. Take a moment right here. You can stay in your little potato bug ball like we did before, or if you want, you can turn it into a toe stand for just a moment. So squeeze inner thighs, inner knees, inner heels, and try to point your knees straight forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Wherever you are at, last couple of breaths. Next inhalation, heels down, spine long. Exhale, bow and fold. Rise. Inhale, arms reach up. One more curtsy squat, left toes off the right edge. Exhale, get low. Inhale, reach high, high mountain. Other side, hands to heart. Exhale, nice and low in your legs. Inhale, reach. Last standing back bend of your practice. Exhale, curl open. Re-extend, realign as you breathe in. And then take your dive down, nice and easy into your fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, pause in your plank pose. From your plank pose, side plank. Right hand is your base. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, left arm to the sky. Of course, if you'd like to modify, your right knee can absolutely come to the ground. Otherwise, imagine you are karate kicking the ground with the outer edge of your right foot. Lift your hips even higher. Maybe reach your left arm forward towards me and feel that length in your left side. It's the same as that crescent moon position we did at the top of our mat on our feet. Now we're just balancing. We're using our core. One last big inhale. Maybe your left leg lifts. Exhale through your plank pose. Slow transition to the other side. So left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot. Feet can be stacked or staggered, or of course your left knee can come down. Lift your hips. The higher you can get your hips, the less weight you will be holding in your shoulder and your wrist. So use those strong left side obliques. Right arm might reach forward towards me. Right leg might float up. And as you float your right leg up, see if you can lift your hips even higher. One last big, huge inhale. Exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Find your strength. Push the ground away. One strong straight line all the way to your belly. Pause on your belly, my friends. We're gonna stay low, baby cobra. So use the strength in your back body to lift your heart, not the strength in your arms. See if you can keep your pelvis and your shoelaces pressing into the ground. So try to spread your toes and press your toenails down. Without lifting your legs, float your hands up and reach your hands back towards your heels. I know your legs want to lift. As soon as your legs lift, now your butt is doing all the work. So I want you to feel your back muscles engaging. It helps me personally if I face my palms towards one another, bend my elbows a lot, and then try to squeeze my elbows together behind my back. You should feel your mid-back muscles fire a little bit more, lift a little higher. Take one more big inhale. Try to get your elbows together behind your back like they're magnetized. Lift, lift, lift. And let it go. And just rest down for a moment. We're actually going to come into a shoulder pigeon from here so you can stay on your belly. Turn your head to the left and extend your right arm straight out to the right. So right arm straight out to the right with your palm facing the ground. And then you'll roll up onto your right side. Left foot can come down behind you. Or if there's any other position that feels better with your left leg, feel free to take that instead. Good. Keep your head relaxed, either on the ground, or if you can't relax your head on the ground, put something underneath your head like a little pillow, a little block or your sweatshirt. Same thing with your left arm. You can do whatever you'd like. Sometimes I like to keep my left hand on the ground in front of me so I can kind of use it as leverage. Sometimes I like to take my left arm up towards the sky and reach it back, almost as if I'm trying to touch the backs of my hands together. You could also just wrap your left forearm across your low back if you want. Nice job, you guys. Yeah, I see a few of you in the quad stretch. If that feels good to you, awesome. Be here for about 4 or 5 more rounds. So big, spacious breath. See if you can breathe even bigger than you thought you could. Create more space just by breathing. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Nice work, everybody. Last couple deep breaths. Out your mouth is fine if you'd like. That open mouth sigh. Ah. Bottom of your next exhale, just ease your way back onto your belly for a moment. You can either turn your head the opposite direction right away, or maybe you just want to bring your forehead to rest on the ground. Before you go straight to the other side, take just a moment to kind of neutralize. So you might rock your hips a little bit. You might even windshield wiper your shins. If you windshield wiper your shins, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. Breathe down into your low back. And then just in your next couple of rounds, find your way to the other side. So your head will turn to the right if it's not already. Left arm extends out to the left, palm faces the ground. And then up to your left side body. You can take any variation you want on this side as well. It does not necessarily have to be exactly what you did on the other side. Use your breath. When I take this posture, a lot of times, I'll take a great big inhale, and the top of my inhale, it's like I get a little shaky. That's not a bad thing. It means I'm finding new space. I'm breathing into an edge. So use your breath to explore and get curious and respond to what your body is telling you. So somebody can do the exact same yoga practice as somebody else and get something totally different. So it's all about what you are putting in. How much are you tuning in? How much are you connecting to your own inner space? Letting go of your ego and just feeling, meeting your body right where it's at today without judgment or criticism. Just curiosity, observation. So that is all this practice is about, is simply connecting to you in a deeper, more intentional way. Slowing down enough, using these postures to feel our body in a way that is a lot of times difficult to do out there in the world. Give yourself a couple more rounds on this side. Open your mouth if you'd like, sigh it out. Ah. When you feel pretty even on both sides, I'll just leave it up to you. Ease your way back to center. And whatever feels good, you can turn your head the other way. You can turn your forehead to face the ground. You can windshield wiper your shins, rock your hips a little bit. We're going to take one more belly back bend together. So in your next couple of rounds, just come to a place where your forehead is facing the ground and your arms are down by your sides. Your legs are just resting down, extended towards the back of the room. Exhale all of your air out. And as you inhale, lift everything up that you can. So lift your arms, lift your legs this time too. Hug in with your inner thighs rather than widening your legs. So imagine your inner thighs are trying to rotate in and up towards the ceiling. You can stay here, or options. You can interlace your fingers. You can bend your knees, grab hold of your ankles or the tops of your feet. Full floor bow. If you grab your ankles or feet, try not to shoot your knees out to both sides, but hug in with your inner thighs. Everybody hug in with your inner thighs. Breathe down to your belly. See if you can lift just a tiny bit higher. Back of your neck is long. One last round. Your personal fullest expression. Lift, lift, lift. Awesome, Tara. And then release. Let it go. Take a moment. Let's say in your next 4 to 5 rounds of breath, however you want to find your way back to downward facing dog. So you might just rest a little longer on your belly. Maybe you want to take some cat-cows or child's pose it out for a moment. And just eventually, downward facing dog is your destination. All right, my friends. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And exhale, pigeon pose. Right shin to the top of your mat. Bring your body down gently. So I know some of you like to take this pose instead on your back or in a seat. That is absolutely fine with me if that works better for you. If you're in regular pigeon, try to get your right knee nice and wide towards the outer right edge of your mat. And especially if you are somebody who can just naturally plop your butt down on the ground, try not to do that. So imagine that there's an invisible rope attached to your right butt cheek, and it's pulling up and tugging back. So as your right butt cheek goes back and up, your heart goes forward and down. Yeah, nice work. Just breathe right here. Feeling whatever's moving through your inner space. So you're not trying to avoid sensation. You're not trying to make it go away. You're just allowing whatever's here to have space to flow through. Sending your breath into it, holding it with your loving awareness. So the practice of yoga doesn't make us so that we never get angry again or so that we never get triggered again. It just helps us hold. It gives us more of a capacity to hold whatever life throws at us. To handle it from a place of love and presence and wisdom rather than just reacting out of anger or frustration. So that is the practice. That is what you're doing right here in this pose. You're teaching your body, even though you're uncomfortable, even though there might be a lot of sensation happening, a lot of energy moving through. I got you. I'm right here. Everything is okay. Just let your body melt around the pose. Last 2-3 breaths. All right, bottom of your next exhale. Start to lift your upper body. You can get there your own way if you prefer, but we're moving into a 3-legged down dog. So I personally just like to plant my hands, tuck my back toes, take my right leg back and up. So once you're in your 3-legged down dog, you can give it a little shaky shake. You could open your hip. You could even flip your dog if you want to as a nice counter stretch. So feel free if you're in the back bend, give yourself at least a couple breaths there. Everyone eventually regular down dog and just walk it out, no hurry. If you want to move through your own vinyasa, kind of reset before we do the other side, feel free. Once you're back in your regular down dog, just notice, feel, observe. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose, left shin forward, nice and easy. So left knee nice and wide towards the left long edge of your mat. Your butt cheek, nice Jill, pulls back and up. So you want structure and strength in the foundation of your pose. And then you get to soften around that structure, soften within that structure. Sometimes I think about how you can make a really, really strong fist with your hand, so strong, but then you can keep the fist, keep the shape, keep the structure of your fist, but just kind of soften your fingers within it. It's the same thing you're doing in this posture. Soften around it, soften within it. Every single exhale, let your body melt just a little bit more. Just a few more here. Open your mouth anytime. Sigh it out. Ah. Soft face, forehead, soft cheeks and jaw. Last couple of rounds if you want. Big open mouth sighs. I am ultimately going to leave it up to you. So just when you feel pretty much even on both sides with your pigeon, you can start one last transition back to down dog. Go to three-legged dog first if you can. Give your left leg a little shaky shake. And then if you want to flip your dog on this side, of course, feel free. Eventually, everybody, regular down dog, just walk it out one last time. You can feel into all that length, all that space you've created throughout your practice. Breathe into it. And then please feel free to just set your knees down and sit back into child's pose. But if you want one last vinyasa, so you can rock forward into a plank. And as you exhale, chaturanga. Heart lifts with your in-breath. And everybody just child's pose it out for a moment. Breathe into your low belly, low backs, hips, pelvis. Just feel the ground underneath you. It's support, it's stability. Good job, everybody. Slowly begin to find your way onto your back, however you want to get there, in whichever direction you feel like facing. As you come down onto your back, hug your knees towards your belly and take a little rock from side to side. After a few rocks side to side, let your knees fall over to your right side for a supine spinal twist. Left arm can either extend out to the left if you have enough space or goalpost your left arm on the ground. Yeah, and if there's any way you want to take this twist in particular, choice is yours. If you want to cross your legs, if you want to extend one leg, windshield wiper variation is fine. So your pose, your expression, and then just be in it, melt into it, breath by breath. In your next couple of rounds, slowly transition to the other side. Take your time. Maybe as you come through center, you give your knees a little squeeze or take a little rock. And just give more and more of your weight to the ground with every breath. And I will let you be the judge. So when you feel like you're pretty even on both sides, back to center and find a happy baby pose. You can rock it out. You can extend one leg and then the other. I like to imagine like I'm pulling a bow and arrow. One foot comes closer, one extends, and then the other side. You could go both legs extend at the same time if you want, like a wide-legged straddle position on the ground. And then from your happy baby friends, if there are any other poses, any last little movements or stretches, wiggles, anything else your body personally is calling for, craving, take your time to move through those. And eventually, we're making our way into our final relaxation, our final Shavasana. So if you feel ready for Shavasana right now and you just want to go there right away, fine with me. As you guys make your way into your final relaxation, I will read to you. This is a quote from one of my favorite meditation teachers, Corey Muscara. He says, the experience of being stuck arises when one part of us wishes to feel a certain state or outcome, while another part of us is resisting the experience that is currently in front of us. When we are caught in stuckness, we are in a non-spiritual relationship with our lives. It is a resistance to the mystery. It is a resistance to the unknown. It is coming from the human parts of us that want control and predictability and desired outcomes and assurance. When we touch the most tender, alive truth in our experience, energy moves. When we resist the most tender, alive truth in our experience, energy stagnates. The stagnation is the experience that we describe as being stuck. So these last few moments, friends, see if you can let go of resistance to what is right here, right now. Let go of resistance to the mystery of life, to what comes next. Let go of needing answers now or needing to control or fix or change. And just give yourself these last few moments to simply be in your body. Take in all the sounds, all the vibrations, all the frequencies. It's just another way to feel that energy inside of you flowing through. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever goes, let it go. Without resistance. Just surrender. Shavasana. Take a big, huge inhale. And just let it go. Start to slowly come back into your physical body. Wiggle fingers, toes. Maybe a big full body stretch would feel good. And then just as you are ready, no rush, find your way onto either side, just a nurturing fetal position. Take a moment just to rest on your side body. Really just let your practice, all the energy from it, soak in. You can even imagine that in some way. Use your imagination, visualize it. And then use the strength in your arms to slowly guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing towards the front of your mat and the front of our space. As you sit up, just notice how you feel, physically, energetically, emotionally. An invitation to gather your hands to your own heart, either prayer hands or one palm stacked on top of the other. We will close our practice with one big group Om. So try not to worry about what your voice sounds like, no judgment. Focus more on what it feels like to use your voice, to let it move through your body and express out your mouth as sound, as your own vibration. So start by exhaling, empty out, clear your throat if you need. Breathe in your voice, fill up with it. Open your mouth big and wide. Thank you so much, my friends, for being here, for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right. Done and done. Good job, you guys. Feel free to ask if you have any questions. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Here's my good girl. Job back here. Thanks, Joan. Thanks for being here.